a very good afternoon to you wherever you are watching us from. Welcome to the Gabriela TV, and today is yet another day. I'm joined by an aspiring MCA of Kanyamkago in Migori County. He's a young aspiring leader who is going to tell us more about himself and why he joined politics, which is said to be a dirty game, a game flown by different politicians, a game crowded by politicians who are very old, a game also crowded by lawyers, practitioners, but he has come here to say that he is ready to join the seat of the MCA of Kanyamkago in Migori County. I take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Koffi Annan. Welcome very much to the Gabriel TV.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you today.
I'm humble.
All right, Mr. Koffi Annan. Why Koffi Annan?
Okay,
Is that your name, Koffi
yes,
Annan?
Koffi Annan is my official name
It's your official name, Koffi Annan.
in all my credentials.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. And let's get started. To begin with, who is Kofi Annan and why that name?
Koffi Annan is a young Kenyan who believes in socio-economic development. He believes that when people come together, then they can change the entire world. And I also believe that youths can make it, and the tomorrow they keep on telling us about will never come. It is us to go for that tomorrow and achieve our dreams.
Wow, thank you very much. If I just may I ask you, when did you conceptualize the whole idea of being an MCA?
Okay, this was back in 2017 when I was in my Form 4. I was in active politics, not as a voter because I was a minor by then, but as a opinion shaper, someone who had opinion on the political direction. After that, I had an ambition and took it as my self-initiative to enhance it by 2022 because I felt that there was a gap of leadership in my area that I needed to fill.
Do you have a mentor or somebody who is driving you to join politics?
Not really. I have someone who I look up to, and is the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. And one thing I love with him is that nothing was given to him, even after his father was the head of Ford Kenya.
Yes.
The father did not prefer him. He had to fight for his space to be the Luo kingpin. So I believe that if you need something, you need to go for it. And that's what I'm looking after.
All right. And did your parents accept the whole idea of being an MCA, of joining active politics?
Yes, about my parents, if I would like to talk about parents, then
Yeah.
maybe I could put it into two perspectives.
Mm.
At first, when you begin, when it is an idea, an ambition, something on paper, when you present it to anyone, the person may not accept it. And that was the case with my parents. But when I started actualizing it and they saw my capability, they saw the star, they are full into it and they are giving me the full support I need in this race.
Wow, that is very much encouraging. Do you have any leader in the family, maybe a relative in the family who is a politician?
Okay, politics in the family,
Mm.
the only person I can talk about is maybe my dad is a unionist. Yeah, I can remember when I was in class 8, that one was back
Yeah.
in 2013. Then my father was the NAT chairperson in Migori. So he has been a leader. My mom is also a pastor. Leading people in church is not something easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that is also leadership. Yeah.
leadership runs in the family.
Yes.
Oh, now nice. And when did you announce that to your people, the Migori resident, that you would be vying for an MCA?
Okay, my candidature.
Yeah. Actually, when did you launch your candidature?
Okay, my candidature. I
Mm.
first pronounced it in December
Mm.
2020, and I made it public and began my campaigns in the same month. That is December.
December last year?
December last year.
You're right.
Then currently,
Mm.
I've gone ahead and registered with the party, secured my certificate, and what is in front of me is presenting my certificate to my residents, and I'm planning to do it between 29th and 1st of this month.
Yeah, we're actually having a very long holiday coming next
Yes.
week. Yeah, all right. And where where did you get the funding? Where will you get the funding to run your campaigns?
Yes, that is a common question.
Yeah.
You know, when someone is young and
Yes.
someone is
It's a
ambitious,
challenge.
yes, and politics is money. That's a fact. We can't lie that people will buy. People won't eat your idea. So you need to have money. Even if you don't have money to campaign, you need money to push you from one point
Yeah.
to
To
another
another.
place. So financing with finances, once you have the idea, you have the ambition, people will come in who are willing to finance. And so my finances are from friends, relatives, and partners.
All right. And if I may ask, you're still in school. How are you coping with the campaigns? Do you have people in the ground who are campaigning for you?
Yes, I do have people,
Yeah.
and the majority of voters are youths, and youths are majorly spending their time in social media. So I've measured on that, and it is really working for me on youths. To do with the rest, because they're part of the society, I'm always at home mostly during weekends to do my campaigns.
All right. Thank you very much. And it's clear that you'll be vying for the MCA seat using DAPK party.
Yes.
Why DAPK and not ODM? And ODM is more popular than DAPK. DAPK just came the other day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
ODM being popular,
Yes.
at first I told you that my mentor is Raila Amolo Odinga,
Yeah.
and Raila himself is not vying on ODM ticket. Raila is vying on Azimio ticket.
Azimio la Umoja.
Azimio ticket. His running mate is not an ODM member. So when you want to talk about what is more popular than the other anywhere is Azimio,
Yes.
not ODM. Yes, so personally I chose these other parties, ODM, Jubilee, DAP, they're like women to one our father who is Raila Amolo Odinga. So I chose to come from one of the women's house, that is DAPK. So what is popular is Azimio.
Yeah,
Yes.
what's popular is Azimio, but the formation of different parties. That is, we have DAPK, of ODM. There is an ODM candidate, there is a DAPK candidate, and other some parties who are supporting Azimio. Do you think it will be a challenge for one party to win and the rest? For example, you have UDA and five parties in Azimio.
Yes.
Will it not be easy for the UDA party to win?
When we are talking of democracy,
Yeah.
we are not talking about a party. We are talking about the change you aspire to bring to the society.
Mm.
If I have ideas that can fill in my people's wants, then they will vote me whatsoever party, whatever the party I come with. But if I don't have what fits them, even if I come with Azimio,
Yeah.
leave alone ODM, they won't vote me. So I believe that the party that will win most probably is a party from Azimio. That is one because we are all fighting for Raila Amolo Odinga. And in my word, it will be DAPK because I'm the next MCA of Central Kanyamkago.
Thank you very much. You're the next MCA. Have you been presented with the certificate?
Yes, I have my official certificate that was presented to me at Chui House in Nairobi. That is our party
At
headquarters.
headquarters.
Yes, I have my official certificate. I just present it to IBC because my name had already been presented there on 22nd and wait for 9th August so that my people can elect.
All right. Thank you very much. And you told us that you'll be presenting your official certificate to the residents from 29th.
Between 29th
Yeah.
and 1st. Yes.
That is in Migori County.
Yeah.
Yeah. We heard Raila Odinga saying that in Nyanza, people should vote for six piece. Are you in for six piece?
Yes, maybe if you can clarify
Mm.
about because what I heard Raila saying, he talked about six P's, and when he was asked to elaborate, we should always give people a chance to explain.
Mm-hmm.
When he was asked to elaborate, he said that if someone came with audience, there's no need of this person resigning and coming with independent. That's where he said that if you had come with ODM, stick to it. But in an issue whereby you say that Migori is six P's to mean that from governor to
Yeah.
MCA
MCA
or
or
to the country,
ODM.
let's say that the country,
Yeah.
then this six-piece issue, then Raila is the first person to spoil it because he will come with Azimio. His running mate will also spoil it because she may be from NAC, Jubilee, and any other party. Yeah. So I think if you want to look at six-piece, then the best six-piece is Azimio six-piece. That is the
Azimio
best.
six
Yes, not
piece.
ODM. ODM is just a consequence of the Azimio umbrella.
So you as a youth, how are you coping with seasoned politicians? How are you maneuvering with them? Because you're
Okay.
just starting, and there are people who have been there.
Yes. One person I really like is one of my friend who seeks to be the chief justice. Though he flopped, he said that Jomo Kenyatta did not have experience when he was becoming the president of Kenya. Politics is an issue of strategy. So for the seasoned politician, the person who got ODM certificate in my area was a first timer, just like myself. So if a first timer will meet a first timer, then the best first timer will win. And obviously, the best first timer probably shall be me or
Or you.
I. Yeah.
Ah, thank you very much. And you people, you are supporting Raila Odinga's candidature.
Yes.
And what? Let us not talk about Raila Odinga. What do you have for the people as an MCA? Your first 100 days in office.
Yes. When I talk about my first 100 days in office,
Yes.
the things I will give priority are the fundamental needs of our people in Central Kanyamkago. One of them is water. Water is part of food, and food is a basic need. In my first 100 days, in every village, I will ensure there is a borehole, so our mothers and our sisters can access clean and good water. In my first 100 days, what I will give priority is our roads. Without accessible roads, we can't train, we can't trade, we can't go to school, we can't do our daily activities and build Central Kanyamkago. That's another thing that I will give priority. And lastly, the third one that I will give priority is education, because it is the equalizer of all. I will ensure that we find out ways to educate the less privileged, to help them, assist them in paying fee, and make kindergarten schools to be effective for our children.
All right. Thank you very much on that. So, how are you working with the current leadership of Migori? Are you in good terms?
Yes, with the current leadership of Migori, let me appreciate one of the best leaders I've ever encountered in Migori.
Yes.
One of them is my area MP. He's called Mako Nyamita. He's a personal friend. Though he's in ODM, I'm in DAP, but we are
You're both
friends.
in Azimio?
Yes, we are both in Azimio,
Yes.
the Azimio six piece.
Azimio 6 piece,
Yes.
yeah?
Another one I can talk about is one of the gubernatorial candidates who will probably win.
Yeah.
He will win with the DAP ticket. That is John Dache Pesa. So I'm well with them, and they will get their second. One will get his second term, the other one will get his first term. As I get my first term, and Central Kanyamkago will be the most blessed ward within Migori.
Wow, I can see you are a visionary leader. Is there any leader from Migori who has actually come and endorsed you as an MCA in Kanyamkago?
Endorsement.
Yeah.
Okay, my first endorsement, I was endorsed by God, to mean that all along he has been protecting me and making my things work out. Being endorsed by a leader who is sitting, it is something that has not actually happened, and I have never had such a congregation whereby I told people that I want to be endorsed by a specific person. It is to be endorsed by the people, and that is what I am going to do between 29th and 1st before we now back on real campaigns towards the election.
So you're telling us that you'll be back on real campaigns.
Yes.
Remember that you are in school. You are in school.
Yes.
And do you have some strategists who are at home campaigning for you? There are people who you trust that are going to do the work very well, who are making some posters, spreading your name.
Okay, if I can give you some homework, you can go and check this a group called Central Kanyamkago Elite. In that group, people are talking, and the person who was given ODM certificate has a dick about me, and she's really tensed up to now. Yeah, she's really tense up to now. And if I'm at Maseno and someone is tensed at home, to mean that those who are there are really working hard, To mean that by the time I will alight there and start my work, then
Yes.
I don't know where they will hide.
Wow.
Yes.
So wanasemaga unasikiza ground. Wewe pia ulisikiza ground?
Nilisikia ground. Nilisikia ground mara ya kwanza is when I was going for the party. I went and told them that I'm young, but financial expectation of ODM party is very high. What is your preference? They told me that go for any party within Azimio because we are for Raila. Then I went for that. And I'm people's project. Yes, I'm the project of the residents.
You are people's project. Thank you
Yes.
very much on that. And let us shift on some national politics a bit.
Yes.
And let us talk about Raila Odinga candidature. Why do you think people of Nyanza should support Raila Odinga and not any other person?
Okay, people of Nyanza, you should support Raila Odinga because he's a visionary leader. He's a